How do you sell high-level websites? That's what we're going to cover today. It's a highly requested topic. I've done some videos in the past about it, but I want to go a little deeper into it. Not only how to sell them, but how do you actually find the people to prospect to? How do you build the site? We're going to cover it all today. So let's get into it. So right now, I want to show you an incredible platform that's built inside of HighLevel. If you don't know about HighLevel and you're just coming to this video for the first time, you can get a free 30-day trial right down below. Go to ghlfree.com. That will give you a free 30-day trial to this platform to see if it's for you. But let's walk you through how to actually use this. So they just came out with an incredible new prospecting tool, which allows you to go and find prospects to sell a website to. And when I say sell a website to, really, I like to look at it like we're renting the site because we're building it on our HighLevel platform. So we build the site, we reach out to a potential business owner. We find that they don't have a site or the site that they do have isn't working well to produce leads for them. And so we offer to recreate or create a new website for them and make it an entire lead generation machine. We're going to add a chat widget to it. We're going to help them get reviews. We're going to have it to where if somebody calls the number that we put on there, a special tracking number, and they don't answer, it will instantly text them back and save that lead so they can be out in the field. Maybe it's a roofer or a plumber, and it's just a couple people that own the company and they're always out on a job and they miss a lot of phone calls. Maybe we're going to help them solve that problem as well. So all that we can do with the website being the centralized hub that is an easy foot in the door strategy. So I'll show you how to find some prospects to go after. I'm going to build a sample website in this video, and then I'm going to show you how I actually do some outreach to reach out to these people. And then I'll talk about what happens if somebody actually says yes, which is a great thing. So let's get into it. So they built this prospecting tool inside of HighLevel. This will be in your main agency dashboard when you get an account. And say I wanted to build, I've talked about roofers and plumbers a lot. So one niche that I'm looking at a lot is tree service. Let's say I want to do tree service I just went to Bastrop, Texas recently, so I'm going to check that out and see what we have here. So this will do an audit on all the people that are showing up on Google for that service, and maybe we'll pick a bigger city in a moment too. It will tell me if their Google business profile is claimed, which is a sign that they're doing some marketing okay. And it will also tell me if they have a WordPress site. That is important information for two reasons. Number one, if they don't have a WordPress website, maybe we can offer to build one for them, or maybe they have an outdated website that's built on some old technology that isn't working very well. So that gives us some indication. Number two, HighLevel also has WordPress hosting built in, meaning that you can offer to take over that hosting for the business owner. And it charges you, I think, $10 a month. And you can upsell the client to $20, $30 a month. Now, maybe that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you do this at scale over a few hundred people, that can be significant revenue for you that's just involved with hosting a website that rarely needs to be updated on the hosting side. So just something to throw out there for you. So let's just look through some of these examples. So we have, this one has GMB claimed and WordPress. I'm going to show you how to do this on Google as well in a moment, but I'm exploring this side as well. So these you can see don't have WordPress. This is claimed, no WordPress. This is a good sign here. No reviews showing, no GBP claimed, and no WordPress. So let's right arrow here. No website. Okay. We do have a phone number. So we could offer to build a website for these people. I'm going to show you how to do this at scale in a moment, but we could reach out to these people with the phone number and tell them that we built them a website and we wanted to send it over and see if they liked it so they could take over it. And I'll talk to you about that in a moment. So that's this. So this is somebody that we could add to a prospect list. So we just do save prospect, and this is going to generate a report that is something that we can also use as ammunition when we're reaching out to the business owner to say, hey, I noticed that you didn't have a Google business profile. I noticed that you didn't have a website or your website was outdated. So this will take a little time to rebuild. So let's see what this produces for us. This is one of my first times doing this full marketing report because I just launched this pretty recently. So we're at 17%. I'll pause it, then I'll come back when it's ready. Okay, and we're back. And that took about a minute and a half to produce, but the results that it has on here, this is my first time actually doing one of these fully, and I am so pumped to share this with you. So basically, it will give you a full health report of the business's marketing efforts on Google. So you can see It has a text-enabled phone number, which is something I didn't mention earlier, but that is something that a lot of businesses don't have. They just have their office line. And so this is a great tool that we can also include if we were to build websites. But you can see their GBP claim status. It used to be Google My Business. I keep saying GMB, but it's actually Google Business Profile, I believe now, is not claimed. They don't have a WordPress site. You can see they have no reviews. Ouch, it even says. And then it can show you, they have a Google Places listing, but they didn't actually claim their Google Business Profile. So that's different. No Facebook page, nothing on Bing, Yelp, MapQuest, Chamber of Commerce, and several others. And what you can do with this is a couple things. Number one, it gives you ammunition to know that this is somebody you could probably approach and help them improve their online presence. Number two, you can export the PDF, and if they have a physical location, you could go and just drop by or send a mailer out to them. You can also share this report. If you hit share report, there's a link here, and then that will bring you to a page that looks like this, which is just basically a link you could email over to them saying, hey, I did a profile. I don't know if you knew this, but you're not showing up on many places on Google. And here's a report that I put together for you. It has your company name, your email, and you can send this over. So we can do this all day long. I'll bring you back into the actual HighLevel platform, and I'll show you a few other things that we're going to do, and then I'll show you on Google how to do a similar process here. So once we've run the report inside of HighLevel, it will give us a dashboard, and we can do a couple things. This will, number one, be a prospect for us, but number two, a lot of you in my previous videos asked, what happens if somebody actually wants to do business with us? They want something that we have to offer in HighLevel. And the way that we would convey a website over to them, or a missed call text back feature, or really anything else that we want to offer them, is to give them their own account with their own login, their own dashboard. They only see their leads, their contacts, all that stuff inside of a little dashboard. And with HighLevel, the great thing is that you can have unlimited what they call sub accounts, which means that you have your master account as the agency owner, and then you can have unlimited businesses have their own account. So it's really your own software. You're offering it to them. They get their own login, like I said, all that stuff. So they only see their dashboard. And the way that we do this, say McMarion's tree service wanted to do business with us, we would just do convert to a sub account, and that would set up their own login, their own password, everything into their own little dashboard. And then we would give them the login. They could go and access their website, make changes, whatever they wanted to do. Or if that was a service you were offering as ongoing maintenance on the website, then they could see the website, but you could also log in for them and make the changes you wanted to as well. So that is that. Now let me bring you over to Google. I'm going to do a similar process to show you some people that I would start prospecting. Then we'll jump back in here and I'll build a sample website and then start reaching out to some people to see if they're interested in getting a site for me. So, all right, so here we are inside of Google, and I did a similar search. I did tree service, Bastrop, Texas. Now, some things I'm looking for inside of this are, number one, I want to find a company that's been around for a long time. Maybe they've been in business for several years, but they don't have a lot of reviews. And I'm also looking for people that don't have a website at all, because I find it's been a little easier to convince people that don't have a website that they do need one than somebody that has a decent website and they don't really see the value in improving it. Now, you can still go after people that have a website that's outdated, but I've found that people that don't have a website want to rank higher or rank on Google. And so that's been an easier sale. But let's just show you some examples of who I would go after. So see, Ramos Tree Service, 10 years in business. That's where I'm looking for the number of years in business, and 246 reviews. So they're doing a decent job and they have a website. 5 reviews, that may be somebody to put on a list. 5+ years in business, 22. They do have a website. Okay, here's a great one. Superior Tree Service, 7+ years in business, 2 reviews, no website, at least none listed here. So that is somebody that I would definitely reach out to and see if they're interested. I'm going to show you what we're reaching out to them with in a moment, but that is somebody I would definitely put on a list. Okay, let's just find 1 or 2 more. 7 years in business, 10 reviews. 3 years in business, 43 reviews, no website. So that's something. So they're doing some business if they have 43 reviews, but for whatever reason, they either don't have their website attached to this or they don't have a website at all. McMarion's, that was the one we looked at before. No reviews, no website. So they're a great person to reach out to. And let's just go 1 more page and really, I think I just missed a good one too. If I can go back real quick. The very bottom, there was another good one. 10 years in business, 1 review, no website. Lawn doctor. Maybe they're out of business, but that'd be somebody definitely to reach out to. 25 years in business, 8 reviews. Decent. one to reach out to. Just looking a little bit more, and then we'll get into this. 10 reviews, 10 years in business, 63 reviews, no website. 10 year in business, 15 reviews. So that's somebody you could probably reach out to. And Atex tree service, no ratings or reviews, no website. So I would reach out to those people as well. What are we reaching out to them with? Well, in HighLevel, the great thing is they have a ton of templates that we can start with to build a basic website. And once we build that basic website, we can put a cool logo on the top that is for that particular business, and then reach out to them and not just say, hey, would you like me to possibly build you a website? We can say, hey, I built you a basic website here. Let me know if you're interested in using it, and also having it help you get reviews and a couple other things I'll talk to you about in a moment. But we're leading with value. We're leading with something with their logo on it, showing them what we've built. And then we can go in and see if they actually want to take it over. And if they don't, it's no problem, because now we have a template that we can put another company's logo on and offer the same thing too. So that's what I'll get into right now. Let's get inside of HighLevel. Here we are inside of HighLevel, and I wanted to let you know that there are two different places to find templates inside of HighLevel. There are funnels and there are also websites, and they both are very similar, but I find that sometimes you'll find a great template inside of funnels and not websites. I think they're working on commingling those so that they're all searchable on both tabs, but I found that some of the funnels and websites that I create are in the funnels tab. And all we're going to do here is hit new funnel, and then I'm going to search from templates, hit continue. We're building a tree service website, so I'm going to do landscaping, and there's several of them: landscaping appointments, scheduler, lawn solutions. Let's try, we can look at the little eyeball here, and that's a decent one. More of a gardening look. Let's go with, I've used this one in the past in a previous example, so let's try this one. I like this one a lot. And we'll just hit continue. It's adding the template to our library here of funnels. And then it will open up right inside the builder so we can start working on it. And this builder, if you've used anything else in the past, like ClickFunnels Builder, it's just like it, if not even better. I think they've done a great job at improving this. It's very easy, drag and drop. You can move things around. You can see how we can move this around. We can edit the text. Let me get that. Edit the text like that. You can change colors of buttons. See how this is green. Just change this to a red. All that stuff. You can change images out, put videos, all that stuff in here. So it makes it really simple. Now, I did promise you that there is a way to create content via AI. So let's do that here. So we're going to select this, and then we're going to use this little robot here and say, write me a headline for XYZ tree service. And we'll replace the XYZ with another company, obviously. But let's see. Transforming trees with expert care, XYZ tree service. Transforming your landscape with expert XYZ tree services. Transform your landscape with XYZ tree services. If we didn't like any of these, we can just hit generate new content, and we'll regenerate it. Okay, let's just use this one. Hit continue, and it will replace it right there. And we can do this for all of this stuff. Let's do another one here for subheadline. So we just highlight all the text. We wait till this little robot pops up. Write me a subheadline for XYZ tree service. Okay, let's just say this is the one we want to use. Bam, it wrote it. And we can just keep doing this all throughout. So creating the copy is really easy. The logo we can replace in a moment. And then images, you can pull in images here. I've made some images in Midjourney before. Let's just say, let's go to Google and let's look at somebody else's website here. So let's see what kind of services they offer. Commercial tree service. Okay. So we'll come back to ours. We'll write service, and then we'll select all this text, hit the robot, write me a brief description of commercial tree service. Okay, copy, continue, replaced it, and we can just do this over and over and over again until we fill in these sections. You can just go to various websites, just see what kind of services they do offer. Residential tree service, tree trimming and pruning, tree root removal, palm tree trimming, emergency tree services. So we can create some sub headlines for all of these. and descriptions and everything, and make pictures that that make sense for those. We can do those in Midjourney. And then once we have a site that's pretty much all the way done, I'll show you, I'll put a logo in here. So let me pause again. I'll pull in a logo real quick. All right, now say we find a prospect that doesn't have a logo and we're trying to find it everywhere, or they have a really outdated or not cool one. What we can do here is, this is in Canva, and you can just type in tree service logo. All of these you're free to use. This one's kind of cool. So select that, customize this template. And what was the name of that company earlier? That was McMarion's Tree Service, McMarion's. So we copy that. We'll go back to Canva. And once this loads, we'll paste this in here. We'll make it a little smaller. Make the text a little closer together. Letter spacing. And we'll make it smaller. Cool. Now we got a pretty cool little logo here. And let's see. This is probably a SVG file, which means I can change the colors of these too. So I'll duplicate this, and then I'll select this. And let's see if I make it like a cool green. And then this I can make white. I can change the font color, whatever I want to do. Then I'm going to resize these. So let's do like width 200, height 50. Because I want to make a wide logo that'll fit at the top of our website here. Cool. So this is now loaded. So I'm going to just highlight these and make it big. And I'm really just walking you guys through step by step. So hopefully, because I've done this type of video a few times, and there's always a few questions that I feel like I just didn't quite get. So I really want to be a little more thorough on this. Hopefully you guys get some value out of it. Okay, do the same thing here. I'm going to change this text to black just for a second so I can see it. And I can change fonts if I wanted to, but I think this will be kind of cool. Let's try a different font, just see. I always like using Poppins. I think it pops. Let's do that. Cool. So I'm going to make this white again. And I'll make one more copy with the trees white just in case. All right. Now I'm going to download all of these wide logos here. So I do that by share, download, transparent background, which I'll show you why in a moment. And I'm going to hit download. Now I'm going to bring you over to HighLevel one more time. We're going to put this logo in. Then I'm going to see if I can find some ways to contact this company here. Awesome. Okay, here we are back in HighLevel, and we're going to replace this logo here. So we just tap this section. We go over to image options. You can see you can create with AI. It's the image processing in HighLevel is not quite there, but it's very close. So in a very near future, we'll probably be able to pull really high quality images in, but the fact that it's already set up and ready for that is awesome. So upload media from library. I'm going to upload a file, which is what I just downloaded recently. Let's see, documents. I'm going to upload all three of these logos. You may not be able to see what I'm doing here, but don't worry, they'll pull in. So all three of the logos are here now. And let's try this white one. Cool. So it pulls it in there. I can make it a little bigger. And I notice when I exported from Canva, I probably didn't do the highest resolution. That's why it's a little pixelated here. So I'll probably redo that in a moment, but just letting you know that. Okay, so that's that. Awesome. So other than that, I'm just going to save, and I'm going to preview this. See, a couple little things are off. Number one, our buttons are covering our text, which is not good. So I'm going to put a little spacing in here, and I'm going to move this review system down and stuff. So let me clean all this back up, and then I'll come right back. Okay, we're back. And all I did was I cleaned up this logo. Again, I re-exported it from Canva with a much higher resolution, and I moved these buttons down. It was just a little padding issue that I had to do it a little bit more on the side here, but it didn't take long at all. It probably took me less than a minute to do all these changes here. So now we have a template that I can save. And a couple things I want you to notice here. Let me preview this. Actually, what I'm going to do is go and edit this last thing here to put McMarion's tree service here. 1 second. All right, one final thing I wanted to show you is I'm going to turn on a chat widget so that when I take a screenshot of this website, it's going to have that chat widget on. So this is just right in the funnel here. You just go to settings and you turn on chat widget, save. And then when I refresh this, it should have the chat widget down there on the bottom. And there it is. So what I'm going to do here is take a screenshot of this. Now, obviously my face is on here, so let me figure out how to do this. I'll probably take a screenshot afterwards and show you, but basically I would just, on my Mac, I do Command-Shift-4 and I screenshot the image here. And then I have this image and I'm going to email McMarion's tree service. I'm going to try to find their contact information and reach out to them with this screenshot saying, hey, I built you this website. Let me know if you want to talk further. It's not live on the internet yet. Don't worry, but I'd love to discuss it with you if you're interested, and leave your information. And then if McMarion's tree service says not interested, don't talk to us, or they never respond after multiple attempts, then we just swap this logo out with ABC tree service and XYZ tree service and keep going down the line and offering this website we've built one time to as many people as we need to until somebody says yes. So I'll show you that outreach process in a moment. Let me see if I can find their contact info somewhere. All right, so I spent the last, 10 minutes or so trying to find more contact information for them. Typically what I'll find is a Facebook page or a Yelp listing or something that has maybe an email address. If I can find a Facebook page, then I can send a DM. If I can find an Instagram account, I found some people have started like Instagram accounts, even though they have like 3 followers and nobody probably watches it. But I have been reaching out in those methods too. And if that doesn't work, I do have a phone number here. So I will just pick up the phone tomorrow because it's late in the evening right now, and I will call them. And I like this line. I've seen a lot of people use it is, hey, my name is Jason. This is a cold call. Don't hate me, but do you got 10 seconds for me to tell you what I got? Typically they'll say, yeah, sure, haha, whatever. Or they'll tell me screw off and don't call again. But if they give me 10 seconds, I'll say, hey, guess what? I was searching on Google in Bastrop for tree service. I noticed you guys didn't have a website. You didn't have any reviews. And I specialize in that. I actually already pre-built a website with your logo, everything on it. If you'd like to check it out, and then we can discuss if you wanted to use it, let me know. And if they say, yeah, because they're going to be curious now, because we said we already pre-built one, then we get an email address for them and we can either shoot a Loom video explaining the site, or we can just send them the screenshot, type it out and send it over to them. So that's my process. Now, let me go back to the site real quick and then I'll kind of finish this video up. So again, why I like this process is because it allows you to do work one time, the bulk of the work one time, and then swapping it out to potential business owners is pretty effortless. We just have to swap out the logo and a couple spots where we've mentioned the company, but that's very easy to do. So I could even duplicate this funnel over and over and over again to like 30 different times, changing the logo out to 30 different people that I'm prospecting and see who says yes first. And then if 2 people say yes by chance, then we could just change the background, change a little bit of the text around, and we have 2 different people with the same general layout, general template in different areas. So that's why I like this method. Now, I've taught this in the past, and a lot of people say, I tried it, didn't work. And when I dig deeper, they're not picking up the phone. If they have no other choice, they're not picking up the phone and trying to reach the people. Maybe they sent 1 email to 5 people and didn't get a response, say it doesn't work. If you want this to work, it will work. So you just have to keep pounding the phone until you get somebody to take this over. Now, what do we charge for this site? I think you could get $100 to $200 a month for the site if you include things like the chat, things like the review requests, things like missed call text back, and just basically getting to know your high-level dashboard and offering a few more services included with this. And I think you could easily get $100 to $200 a month for this. This alone is a great foot in the door strategy, something that you can do a bulk of the work on your own and have a great offer that you could offer somebody. And then in future videos, I'm going to talk to you about a slight twist to this strategy where you're actually building the site for yourself. And then once it's ranking on Google, or once you have something that is viable, then you can rent that website out to a tree service in this example, and have them pay you $500, $1,000 a month because it's generating a bunch of leads that you're just going to give over to that business owner. No question about what's a good lead, what's a bad lead. They literally just, for a flat fee, they rent it out every single month. You own the site. So if they ever don't pay, they don't want to pay, they want to move on, you just go and rent it out to the next person. So you didn't waste all this time building a site. So I'm really excited in that. I've wanted to do it for a long time, and I've mentioned it on previous videos, but I am going to start building these assets out too, because I want as many virtual real estate deals as I can. I have digital products that I made years ago that are still up on the internet. They make me sales every day. I want to have a ton of these that are just out there ranking on various locations in Google, and I'm renting them out for $500, $1,000, $1,500 a month or more. And I just want to have as many of those little virtual assets out there as I can. So hopefully you got some value out of that. That was a lot to cover in a video, but I do want to just let you guys know that I really appreciate all of you who have used my affiliate link as well. Go to ghlfree.com and a link down below that will give you a free 30-day trial to HighLevel. That is the $497 per month plan. You can, however, downgrade to the $297 per month plan and still get access to unlimited sub accounts, which if you don't want to offer this as a software moving forward, you just want to have some accounts for yourself and maybe a few clients, then maybe that's a good fit for you. And if you absolutely have to, you can downgrade to the $97 per month plan, and that will give you just one or two dashboards, which will give, maybe it's three, which will give you at least something to get started with. So that's what I got for you guys today. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and I'll talk to you again on the next video. Thanks.